I make videos all the time talking about how to get leads for your agency, targeting ads, funnels, video structures, objection handling, setting, closing, and so much more. You guys see it every single day. In fact, my last 12 videos on Instagram were all talking about how to get leads. But none of that means anything to you if you don't know what type of agency to start or you haven't started an agency yet. Now, what is an agency? An agency is a business that provides specialized services or outcomes to other businesses, usually done for them, not just taught to them. So this is not coaching. This is done for you, not done with you in most cases, although in some cases it can be done with you depending on what your offer is. Now, how do you choose your offer, right? The type of agency you're going to start. Well, what is an offer? It is the specific promise or outcome you deliver to your clients, wrapped in a clear, compelling package that makes them say yes every single time. Now, I always like to show people this chart here when they're trying to decide what kind of agency to start, what kind of offer they're going to provide. And it really comes down to two different things. One is the skills and interests you already have currently. So these are service delivery skills, lead gen skills. And I like to ask people, what is the best way you've helped a business in the past, right? If you, for instance, have made a website for someone in the past and say they paid you $200 or $2,000 or whatever, that's a really good skill because you already know how to make websites. Or if you've already done, lead gen for someone else's business, you already know how to do that specific type of lead gen. So if it's cold calling, cold SMS, cold whatever. And that is one of those things where you already have a skill and you're already kind of interested in it because you're doing it before you're even starting this agency. So if you can think of something right now that comes to your head, it's like, okay, I did this for this person in the past, or I did this for this business in the past. That's a perfect example of a skill or interest that you've done in the past, and that's going to help you create an offer for your agency. Now, the other thing is the niche pain points, okay? Now, what is a pain point? It's a specific problem, frustration, or obstacle that your target customer, in this case a business, feels in their day-to-day life or business, right? Something that causes stress, lost time, lost money, or lost opportunity. You guys are going to see there's two different types of agencies that you can start. Now, with that being said, I don't want you to not choose a specific agency if you don't know how to do it yet. For instance, a fireman does not become a fireman if he doesn't know how to put out fires yet, right? So if you don't know how to, say, run ads yet, and you want to start an ad agency, just because you don't know how to do it yet doesn't mean you shouldn't do that, right? So you can always learn. Even doctors, lawyers, they don't know how to be a doctor. They don't know how to deal with cases when they first start out. They learn it. You have to start with what kind of agency and what kind of problems are you going to solve. Now, one of the most important things, and this is what I see so many people struggle with, is once you have your offer, once you're niche down and you have that thing that you're going to be doing, don't change. Don't go back and forth between different things just because you didn't make money in the first 2 weeks. This is not a short game. This is a legitimate business. It's going to take some legitimate time in order to scale. As you guys know, I've been scaling my 2 agencies for the last 5 years. So it's not something simple. You're not going to start making 6 figures a month in the first 3 days, right? That's not how it works. So what I always say, the most important thing, stick to your offer, get better and better and better at it. And if you think about it, that's literally the case with any business model. Any person who tells you some motivational thing, they're just going to say, stay consistent. But the only thing that means is just staying consistent with what you're doing, stay consistent with the offer and the problem you're solving. Okay, so now there's 2 types of agencies. The type of agency you're probably thinking of when you watch this video is a marketing agency. Now, everyone probably knows what a marketing agency is because of Iman Ghazi. Now, this type of agency here has been so overly saturated over the years because of guys like Iman Ghazi, and it's probably the type of agency you're thinking of. Now, all this is helping businesses get more customers, get more leads. So this is like digital marketing agencies, social media marketing agencies, paid advertising agencies, aka brand scaling, SEO, email, SMS, creative agencies, e-commerce, UGC, funnel agencies, PR agencies, etc. All of these are solving the specific problem of getting more customers. Now that's just a small piece of running a business. If you think about a bank, there's so many more day-to-day operations and problems that they deal with other than getting new customers. And that's where everything else on this side comes in. There's a plethora of different agencies you can start that's not related to getting more customers. And remember, all an agency is solving a problem for a business by providing a service that removes that specific pain point. Now I'm going to give you a couple examples. Operation systems, design agencies, staff training and certification agencies, athlete and meal delivery, repair, cleaning, venue cleaning, inventory and operations optimization, website development agencies, which is exactly what I do, staff, meal, nutrition agencies. The list goes on, really. Now, I don't want you guys to just think that these are all the types of agencies you can start, because there's so many different things you can start. But like I said, I don't want you to get cut off by the idea that this is the only type of problem you can solve. There's a million different problems that businesses have that's not getting more customers. So just a reminder, most business owners would gladly pay to remove the headaches they deal with every day rather than getting more customers. They already have enough problems. So if you can solve those problems, that'll actually allow them to get more customers. In most cases, these businesses already have enough customers, which is exactly why brand scaling and SMAs have been failing for the last few years, because in most cases, these businesses actually don't need more customers. They need more of their problems solved before they can even get more customers. So what's the next step for you? Hopefully up here when I was talking about your skills and interests, something came up when I asked, what's the best way you've helped a business in the past? If not, no worries. But if you did, and you have that thing in your mind right now, that is the best thing to start. Now, how do you qualify if that's going to be a good idea or not? One, start asking the people around you. Do you think that offering X to X person would be a good idea? If you don't have anyone to ask, or you want a second opinion, you can ask me. You can click the link down below to book a call with me, or just message me on Instagram. I answer all my messages on there. But remember that action is always more important than being perfect. So many people will watch this video. Well, maybe not that many, but a lot of people will watch this video and they won't do anything with it. They won't take any action. They'll go back. If they're in college right now, they'll keep doing nothing, work 9 to 5. If you're before college right now, you'll probably do nothing. Go to college, do nothing, work a 9 to 5. If you're already working 9 to 5, you probably don't want to do it and still continue working 9 to 5. But for the few of you that actually do pay attention and do think you have that agency, that idea, that specific pain point that you want to solve, do something about it. Go out and start asking people, do you need that? Do you have this problem? In most cases, people are going to be like, actually, I do. More people are responsive, especially when it's not something they hear all the time. If your agency, for instance, is helping employees get more trained on a specific thing, most business owners are not hearing that on a day-to-day basis. They're hearing, oh, I can do your SEO. Oh, I can do your ads for you. They already know how to do that. Do you really think that if a brand or a company or business, whatever you want to call it, is really successful, they don't know how to do all those things already? In most cases, they just want their headaches taken away. And that's where you come in. So that leads me to what I said before. Make sure your offer is solidified early. And just don't change, because in most cases you can make any offer work. It's more important to make sure that you're not changing your offer, because if you're changing your offer all the time, businesses get confused. Like, why are you changing your offer all the time? Why is this changed? It's like, no, my offer has been solidified for the last 4 years. What are you talking about? And that's what makes my agency so powerful is we have the testimonials, we have the results, and we have everything that a business would want in order to work with us, right? And that's also really important, that once you start getting these customers, and obviously I'll talk about this more videos, and probably have already made videos about this, but testimonials are super important, guys. And you can only share those testimonials and use those testimonials for a specific pain point if that specific pain point you're solving doesn't change over time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Let me know down in the comments what kind of videos you guys want to be seeing in the future, and I'll see you in the next one.